Good Sunday morning. Kind of gray and kind of misty here in White Deer, Texas. There's one thing I wanted to make a quick video of. You know, you hear these people saying they want their freedom and their constitutional rights and all that. And they want all this, but then you hear these same ones crying because law enforcement is being ragged on right now. Law enforcement's bringing it on themselves. I want you to think about that. Law enforcement has been bringing this on for far too long. I mean, granted, there's good ones out there trying to do their job. Like that detective, whatever his name is, on Facebook and YouTube and all that. Bald guy. Really good guy, as far as I can tell so far. He always talking against bad cops because he wants to better his profession. You know, he wants to make it so law enforcement does know their the constitutional rights and the freedom of the people, and they stop bullying people just because, or harassing people just because. You're sitting doing nothing, exercising your freedom, and you're enforcing these tyrannical laws and rules without question. You don't even know the laws and rules because, you know, government passes so many every day. You can't keep up with them. So, yeah, good law enforcement's out there. I know a lot of good law enforcement guys. They retired. They do their job. Well, guess what? A lot of them are dead now. But when they retired, they would even say, you know, you approach people with respect, give respect, and you get respect back. People tend to respect you if you're a good cop. If you're a bad cop, you're going to end up on the internet, most likely YouTube and whatever. Anyways, you're going to be put out there as a bad cop. And remember, what goes on the internet and YouTube goes out there forever unless somebody deletes it. So, if you want to be a good cop, remember people's rights and freedom. If you see your partner over there beating the crap out of somebody for no dang reason, pull them off. Back them off like that one girl did. She was a little tiny police officer. Her sergeant was out of control. Grabbed him by the belt, yanked him out of there. He grabbed her by the neck. Well, guess what? He was held accountable because he was fired. That means he was taking steroids and he was having roid rage, which a lot of cops do. They actually take all these different hormones and, you know, steroids, or they're overweight and they can't breathe. You know, all this stuff. You see cops out there that are 500-600 pounds. They'll tell you, if I gotta chase you, I'm gonna shoot you. What makes you that a good cop? You can't fight back. Trump train. But anyways, you have these politicians. Trump train. These politicians that are allowing the government to accept this dark money, and then they're using the dark money to enforce their own tyrannical rule. You know, they're being paid off, bought off, and I'm telling you, it's coming to light. Everything that law enforcement has been doing, everything that the government has been doing, politicians have been doing, it all coming to light. A lot of us in the public, the so-called conspiracy theorists, we've known this for years, what's going on. And we're the ones that people say, oh, we're weird, we're out there. That can't be true. Yeah, it is true, because the billionaires have been cycling their money through the government, through law enforcement, through politicians, through Hollywood, through the music industry, through these protests. The billionaires are using all this to cycle their money, wash their money, launder their money, whatever you want to call it. Hey, let's go. But yet, you got law enforcement that are getting these grants and getting these lowrider cars. I seen one in California where cops are wasting our tax money on a lowrider car with hydraulics. What good does that do, law enforcement? Oh, community relations. You want to build community relations, you start honoring your oath. You want to build community relations, you start putting your cops out there, having them talk to the people without harassing them and without investigating them with these questions like where you're going, what are you doing. Nobody wants to tell you what we're doing. You don't need to know what we're doing. It's already bad enough that you got surveillance everywhere you go. I mean, even me in a field, they can see through the clouds with these surveillance satellites and see what I'm doing. This phone is surveillance. You know, everything you do in life is surveilled. They're watching you. See, these are tracking devices. These ain't phones. They knew exactly what they're doing when they put these out. See, the government wants to know everything you're doing 365 days a year. It's ridiculous. Law enforcement, when they pull you over, what are the questions they ask? Where you going? Where you coming from? Where you what? And then when you start to exercise your rights and your freedom, they start to say, well, why are you making this so hard? I'm not making it hard. My constitutional rights. If it bothers you, get in a different profession. Quit being a cop. If my rights and freedom bothers you, you need to go somewhere else. And, you know, it's always amazing to me that these people that are blue line backers to a point where they don't pay attention to what law enforcement is doing, actually doing. They just go in and defend them, no questions asked. What did the cop do? Come on, Jack, let's go. They just go in and they say, hey, we're back in the blue. Do you know what the blue has been doing? Do you know if they've been harassing people, beating their wives, beating their girlfriend, sexually, or SAing, sorry, YouTube, SAing women, or in some cases men. There were a few of them arrested for that. I mean, they're doing all these different crimes, you know, theft, whatever. Even the FBI has found some of their agents have stolen guns, you know, and stolen stuff and put it on the streets. Come to find out, there's cops that have been part of gang members. And so what's the difference between them and us? Nothing. They have a badge and a gun, that's all. They got a uniform that we paid for. Everything they have, they own, we paid for. And if you think about it, their salary, their everything, their whole existence is because of us, the taxpayers. Same thing with the politicians. We stop paying taxes across America. You see this inflation. Stop. Because if we're not giving our money up, they can't pay their debt. And the corporation, you know, Washington, D.C., will be called in to check. You know, the corruption, the billionaires. If you start holding them accountable and you want to do civil asset forfeiture, do it on the billionaires. Guarantee you they're corrupted and crooked as can be. You want to take somebody's money, take it from them. Don't take it from us, the law-abiding citizen. You want to go confiscate everything they have, the banks, everything? freeze their assets, do all that stuff because they've been pushing all this stuff. Go for it, George Soros, everybody. You know, there's the real criminals. They're the real people committing crimes against humanity. Think about it. These billionaires have been doing it for years. These agencies like CIA and everybody else, ATF and everybody else, crimes against humanity. How many people die a year at the hand of law enforcement that are innocent? Now, how many die that need to be shot and killed? Probably a bunch. But the ones that are innocent or being slammed on the ground, abused or beaten, that are innocent, probably a whole bunch. I mean, a whole bunch. It's just ridiculous if you wake up and you open your eyes. I'm telling you, don't back the blue blindly, because you may be on the wrong side of that argument. Situational awareness. To know your surroundings, know exactly what's going on in your surroundings, and also to know what's going on before you back it and you support it. See, if you don't have situational awareness, you're going to be kind of bumping into walls and whatever, and then eventually you're going to be supporting something you don't realize what you're supporting. And when you support that, you're going to be called into question along with the rest of them. So you better know which side you're standing on. This is not the time to be playing dumb and stupid. This is time to get educated. And I keep saying that. Get educated on everything. Am I totally 100% educated on it? No. But I work on it on a daily basis. But y'all keep it safe. Keep it blessed. Happy Sunday. And remember, at the end, y'all answer to God. Every knee shall bow. Every eye shall see. Have a good day. Be blessed.